June 6 began as a great day. Amy at her home in Show Low. In the afternoon, she and her husband ate dinner out. Afterwards, she hopped on her ATV. Somehow, while driving off, hit a curb. Amy flew off the ATV and went down a 7-foot embankment.
When that accident happened, what do you remember?
I remember finishing my meal, saying goodbye to the people next to us, pushing in my chair, and that's it. I don't remember anything else. There have been some memories that have sort of been coming back, which I want to stop them because it's a bad accident. And I've heard stories from everybody. And I remember waking up and looking at the paramedic and saying, am I gonna die?
No other way to put it. That injury was simply catastrophic. And the x-rays say it all. A brutal break in Amy's spinal cord that was completely severed at the T11 vertebra. I want to show you here on our storyteller. I've got an animation that kind of shows you exactly where this break happened on the body. And it's right there at the strongest part of the back. That's where the T11 vertebrae is. It takes incredible amount of force to snap a person's back in that spot. This is where it is. You see it right here. And this is Amy's x-ray right here. That is the T11 vertebrae. Now take a very close look over here. This is a very important thing to point out here. It came so close, that vertebrae, from severing Amy's aorta, which would have killed Amy right away. And doctors, they had a fix for it, and this was the fix, placing screws in the spine. But unfortunately, they cannot repair the spinal cord. That is right here, and that was severed in the accident. That cannot be repaired, and that is why Amy is paralyzed from the waist down.
I think people always wonder, what does it feel like to be paralyzed? I mean, you think no feeling, do you look down and you see your legs, but you don't feel anything?
A lot of people assume that it's numb, but it's not. I feel like from my waist down at this very, very moment that I'm standing in a fire. It hurts. It's very painful. When you have a spinal cord injury, it's the only time that you say to a doctor, will I walk again? I don't know. Well, why won't I walk again? I don't know. Well, will I get feeling back? I don't know. Everyone answers, I don't know. No one knows anything about spinal cord injuries.
Hey, I got to show you something I've been working on for a little while.
If mental will, strength, determination were the only factors in curing a spinal injury, Amy Van Dyken would be walking now. She'd be running, swimming, and probably dancing too. It may take a miracle to make that happen, but Amy is determined to be physically ready to go when that miracle happens.
So you kind of are charting your own course a little bit with the help of some great therapists and things like that at Para.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? You guys are doing most of the work.
They had Amy on a treadmill last week, moving her legs in that old familiar motion, trying to trick her brain into tricking her body.
I was actually holding 60% of my own body weight.
Amazing.
And walking. I did have 3 people helping me, but I walked. I know some people are like, why would you even do that? There's a point where you have a lot of different nerve bundles that go up to your brain, and you can use them. And if your brain all of a sudden goes, oh, I need to switch over to those as opposed to these, you could start walking again. I was standing there yesterday, and we were getting ready to go, and my right foot took a step by itself. I didn't know it did it. I didn't control it. It did it by itself.
You want to keep doing that? Is that what you're saying? To keep the brain and memory in the brain?
Exactly, because it may one day go, oh yeah, and then click over and I can start walking again.
And not just walking again, Amy wants to walk in her high heels again.
I wore 6-inch platform shoes. I'm gonna wear them again.
Oh, so you're keeping them?
I have them all, yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So all my spiky heels. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'll move that because I know it's hot.
During lunch, Amy brought up a disturbing thought that popped into her head just weeks before the accident.
And everyone was like, well, did you know, did you have that feeling you were gonna get hurt? And I said, no, but 2-3 weeks before we were riding the Harley and I'm on the back and I had a really bad feeling. I'm like, this is not good. We need to get off. This is bad.
Wow, really?
Isn't that weird?
What do you think? Do you think that was like a premonition or something?
I think so. Everyone says that if you have a really bad accident, you have a feeling that something's gonna happen. And I had it just weeks before. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you say, get me off this bike?
No, I just kind of kept it to myself.
Amy's husband, former Broncos punter Tom Ruin, has been by her side through it all.
Is it kind of hard to watch what she's having to go through, or do you just keep pretty positive about it?
Yeah, it is. You know, it's hard just to watch the struggle to do the simple things. That's what's hard.
Early on, he almost lost her.
The next morning, I woke up, and that's when Dr. Toomey Allen said, here's your x-ray. This is really bad. You're probably not going to come out of it, so you need to say goodbye. I said goodbye to him. Just know you can date again. I allow you to do that if I don't come out of it. And he said, if it ever gets too much for you, you can go ahead and let go. So then I looked at that as like a challenge.
What, you want a date?
Right, exactly.
What the heck's going on here?
Right? Is there a hot blonde at Fry's down the street that you've been looking at?
Amy's big laugh and fun personality still light up any conversation.
Right.
Humor makes even the toughest days better. But at her core, she's still an athlete, and she approaches each challenge with the determination of a
I
champion.
trained so hard to be able to teach myself to get in and out of a car, and it's because I have to. You know, people don't understand that. When you see someone in a wheelchair, I want everyone to realize they've trained like an Olympian to get where they're at.
Oh, yeah, isn't that cool? She's so amazing, isn't she? This has been an experience, a challenge, to say the very least. And there is one other new thing in Amy's life, a brand new tattoo on her wrist. This one only 5 weeks old, and there is a story behind it. And she says she got it for a very good reason. We'll have that coming up.
This was not like a tequila-fueled night and you ended up at the tattoo parlor?
No, I've had a few of those, so no.
She made this with a sound mind, right?
I did.
It's very cool.